So one of the things about this story about vapor, hundreds of years in the future, that I would like to believe, is that our differences, race, ethnicity, politics, religion, gender identity, LGBTQ, all those things are no longer important. I mean, they're important to the individual if that's the way they would like to be identified, but they're not important to anybody else in terms of assessing anything. But as humans are wont to do, we want to separate ourselves in some way. And in the future, it's separated socioeconomically and sociopolitically into three classes. There's the primary houses, the lesser houses, and the commoners. Some people who read the original book, novel, which was called Steampunk Bomber, it used to be on Amazon, but I pulled it to rewrite it. I said that's kind of like in Dune, the Landsrat in Dune, and it kind of is. I didn't necessarily pattern it that way, but I needed some sort of separation. And yet in this future, my future that I wrote, there is this concept of elevation, and it takes money and contacts, and as you get above, if you want to go from lesser to primary house, you actually need a sponsor, and to go from lesser to primary costs a lot of money and wealth, and to go from commoner to lesser, a lot but not as much. I mean, when we're talking about primary wealth, we're talking about, in Vapor's case, two primary houses came together to fund colonizing the world. So imagine how much money that could possibly take. Yeah. That's the way this are separate. But even across those layers, class layers, any concept of individual discrimination and prejudice is no longer there. That's my hope. That's my hope, that it will just take centuries for us to evolve.